Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. My name is Muhammad Akmal bin Hasbullah and my registration number is 14DKM21F10792. Today, me and my group want to present a slide and the topic is about trigonometry. First of all, this is all the group members that have been working so hard to making this slide. Content. This is all the content that we got in our slide. First, what is trigonometry? Trigonometry is a study of relationships that deal with angles, lengths and heights of triangles and relations between different parts of circle and other geometrical figures. Second, basic of trigonometry. Define the trigonometric radius of any magnitude. So, sin theta opposite over hypotenuse. Cos theta adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent theta opposite adjacent. And the last one is trigonometric function. And then I would like to give the next point to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Haikal bin Shukor and my registration number is 14DKM21F1053. Today I would like to talk about the 6 trigonometry functions. There are 6 functions of an angle commonly used in trigonometry. Their names and abbreviation are sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant and cosecant. These 6 trigonometric functions in relation to a right triangle are displayed in the figure. For example, the triangle contains an angle A and the ratio of the side opposite to A and the side opposite to the right angle, the hypotenuse is called the sine of A. The other trigonometry functions are defined similarly. These functions are properties of the angle A independent of the size of the triangle, and calculated values were tabulated for many angles before computers made trigonometry. Tables obsolete. Trigonometric functions are used in obtaining unknown angles and distances from known to measure angles in geometry figures. Based on the picture, sine of an acute angle is defined in the context of a right triangle, and to get the specified angle, it is the ratio of the length of the side that is opposite of the angle to the length of the longest side of the triangle. For cosine, the cosine of an angle is defined as the sine of the complementary angle. Besides, the complementary angle equals the given angle, 90 degree. For instance, if the angle is 30 degree, then its complement is 60 degree. More generally, the definition of sine and cosine can be extended to any real value in terms of the length of the certain line segments in a unit circle. More modern definitions express the sine and cosine as infinite series, or as the solution of certain differential equations, allowing their extensions or arbitrary positive and negative values and even to complex numbers. The sine and cosine functions are commonly used to model periodic phenomena such as sound and light wave, the position and velocity of harmonic oscillators, sunlight intensity and day length, and average temperature variations throughout the year. Next, the tangent. Tangent is trigonometric function for an acute angle that is the ratio between the leg opposite of the angle when it is considered part of right triangle and the leg of adjacent. The tangent ratio is the same regardless of the size of the right triangle, so it is often easiest to consider a right triangle with hypotenuse. The tangent ratio can also be thought of as a function which takes different values depending on the measure of the angle. You can measure an angle in degrees of radians. The reciprocal of the cosecant is in the right triangle. The secant of an angle is the length of the hypotenuse divided by the length of adjacent side. For secant, it is the length of the hypotenuse divided by the length of the side opposite the angle. The reciprocal of the tangent ratio is known as cotangent, and ratio of an angle abbreviated as COT. That is, the cotangent equals to the length of the leg adjacent to the angle divided by the length of the leg opposite to the angle. So I will end my point here and I will give to the next presenter, Ahmad Azizi bin Azahari.
Thank you to the Haikal for explaining about the earlier explanation. So, my name is Ahmad Azizi bin Azahari and my matrix number is 14 DKM 21F1 063. And my part is the question of the trigonometry. And I will explain step by step how to solve the every question. First question is to find the height of a tree. A person walked to a point 30 feet from the base of the tree and measure the angle from the ground to the top of the tree to be 57 degree. Find the height of the tree. So I will make the height of the tree or as an x. And then they already give you 57 degrees and we need to find the x. And x is located at the opposite of the 57 degrees. And 30 feet is the adjacent of the 57 degrees. So then Haikal explained about it earlier that sine equal to opposite per hypotenuse. Cos equals to adjacent per hypotenuse and tan equal to opposite per adjacent. So in this question they already give you the adjacent and they want to find a opposite. So the formula that can be used in this question is tan. Tan equal to opposite per adjacent. And then you need to write the tan 57 degrees equals to x, the height of the tree, divided by 30 feet. And then you need to move the 30 feet to the left side of the equation and make it tan 57 multiply by 30 equals to x. And when you use the calculator and calculate it, you get the x equal to 46.2 feet. And that's the answer. Let's move to the next question. The second question is about, they already gave you the diagram. The question is, you need to find sine 30. Sine 30 is located at the below of the triangle. And when you want to find the sine 30, you need to use the formula of sine equal to opposite per hypotenuse. And when you calculate it, you write the sine 30 and equal to opposite. Opposite is a 4 and hypotenuse is a 8 because this is the longest part of the triangle. And when you divide it, 4 divided by 8 is equal to 0.5. So sine 30 is equal to 0.5. So another example for the sine question. Find the value of x. According to the diagram that given, they already give you the angle of 35 degree. And you want to find the x that located at the opposite of the 35 degrees. And the hypotenuse is 3.73 centimeter. It is hypotenuse. And then you can write that sin 35 equal to x per 3.73. And then move the 3.73 to the left side of the equation. And you get sin 35 multiplied by 3.73 equal to x. And then when you calculate it, you get the x equal to 2.14 centimeter. So this is the last question of the trigonometry. The question is, a 10-meter ladder is leaned against the side of a house in such a way that it makes an angle of 65 degree with the ground. How high up the house does the ladder reach? So this question is want to find how high up the house does the ladder reach. And I will make it as a x. And they already give you hypotenuse equal to 10. And the most important part is they already give you 65 degrees. So hypotenuse and opposite. The most suitable formula that can use in this question is sin equal to opposite per hypotenuse. and then you can make it sin 65 equal to x divided by 10, and then you can get x equal to sin 65 multiplied by 10, and when you calculate it, you get x equal to 9.06 meter, and that's the answer. So that's all the question of this topic of trigonometry, and I will pass this next presentation to the Muhammad Haikal bin Zulkiffli. Thank you.
So, in conclusion, we realize that trigonometry can be used in many areas such as astronomy and architecture. They can aid in calculate many things. They can also be used in car, decks and bridges. Without really climbing a tree, you can find a height easily with trigonometry. Sekian, terima kasih.